What do you hope will be Jennifer Lopez's legacy?
That I put a lot of love in the world.
I'm calling my Aunt Cindy. What do you think is Jennifer Lopez's legacy?
Well, it's not music.
Welcome back to the channel, everybody. So we've been doing a lot of Kathy Mitchell, so we thought we would take a break and go back to our Architectural Digest and 73 Questions series. So today we're doing J-Lo. Now I just want to speak on J-Lo for a minute here, because I do feel that J-Lo, this is my theory, she had a bad year last year. I mean, she had a breakup with Ben Affleck again, and her movie flopped and her tour, all this stuff, right? I think what happened is that everyone assumed that J-Lo was in on it. That, like, she didn't take herself too seriously, but she was fun and she's a good dancer and she makes fun music and fun movies. But, like, we were like, yeah, she's like a fun person and she's always giggling and laughing. Like, she's perfectly pleasant, she's stunningly beautiful, all this stuff. And then she did this documentary and she took herself too seriously. Actually, let's call Trana real quick. I was talking to Trana all morning. She's gonna be like, why are you calling me again? She's gonna be like, yes. Anyhow, but I like J-Lo, and look, she's smart and she's talented. She's gonna have a comeback, all this stuff. But I think I saw her, no, I didn't see her 73 Questions. So we're gonna watch this and just see our thoughts together on J-Lo.
Great to see you, Jennifer Lopez.
Hey.
What a dream.
She's stunning. I mean, what shocks me is, like, already in her house, she's a billionaire basically, but she still went to Home Goods to buy a Thankful, like, you know, those like white women like live, laugh, love stuff. Like that's where she's shopping.
What would you say is the biggest difference between here and the Bronx?
The size of my closet.
Do you ever see that video? I mean, everyone knows this video. Do you see that video where she's walking in the Bronx and she's like, some guy is sitting on the porch and she's like, I used to live there. He's like, who are you? She's like, Jennifer Lopez. He goes, who's that?
To describe the Bronx.
Cool.
Very cool.
No. At least she's from the Bronx and she can say it's somewhere cool. Like, I'm from Arlington Heights, which is a suburb in Chicago. If someone's like, can you describe Arlington Heights in one word? I'd be like, isolated. I mean,
save that for ours.
Save it for what?
Our 73 questions.
Oh my God, yeah, we have to do a 73 questions. I did a 73 questions as Liza Minnelli. And Jacob and Bob were filming. Her outfit isn't functional, but looks good. Like, she's someone who will always look good. She's gonna look like this till she's dead. I mean, she's probably, what, 40, mid-40s, 50 something? I mean, and she looks unbelievable.
She's 56.
She's 56?
Well, this might be from a few years ago.
God damn.
This was 2022.
So this is recent.
Yeah, she was like 53.
I guess if you drink enough orange drink, you just don't age. That.
The biggest impact that New York has had on you.
It's made me who I am.
And what was
No,
your...
that's not an answer. I don't know. That's an easy answer. Like, New York there's a million ways you can go with. Liza Minnelli on her Inside the Actors Studio, they always ask the same 10 questions at the end, and one of them is, what's your favorite sound? What's your least favorite sound? So I said, what's your favorite sound? She goes, New York traffic. I said, what's your least favorite sound? Sirens. I was like, that is New York. That's like the thing, you live in New York, it's sirens all the time.
You order at the bodega.
My go-to order at the bodega.
Oh, this is it. This is the orange drink comment.
Was ham and cheese on a roll with an orange drink, if you know, you know.
Which I don't. But I didn't live in the Bronx in the 1980s, so I don't know, you know.
And a small bag of chips.
Okay, chips are fine. You know what's great at bodegas are those goddamn zebra cakes. So the bodega in Washington Heights that I would always go to, because Bob lived near there, would be me, Bob, Patty, Taylor, Alfredo, Nick. We would always go to the bodega. Patty would be in a giant like faux fur coat, and he's 5'4" with long red hair. And we'd go in, I would literally just grab the zebra cakes.
You want some tea?
I'd love some, thank you. So everyone knows I'm walking here.
The way she's walking right now is like, you know.
What's something else that real New Yorkers say?
You.
All right, let's get into your path.
Well, I guess it's like Nick. Nick was crossing the street and a truck driver was trying to drive and said, I'll run over you, and Nick hit the hood and said, do it, kill me.
Do you remember performing for your family when you were a kid?
Every holiday.
Do you remember the first musical you ever saw on Broadway?
Is she excited to be? I think she's like putting on the cool persona. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, she's like, I'm cool right now.
And do you think we'll ever see you in a musical on Broadway?
God, I hope so.
How did you?
What musical could J-Lo?
Yeah, what?
You know, I mean, I don't know. I don't even know what role I would put her in.
Celebrate getting your role in Selena.
She was amazing in Selena.
Really no celebrating. I got right to work. I was so nervous.
Now, can you describe the outfit that you wore to your first premiere?
Rayon blend polyester mini dress in kind of a sandy poo-poo color with buttons. It was like...
She was in that movie, The Cell. What was it called? It was like a... The thing with J-Lo is that she was doing interesting films. Like, Selena was great, and that put her on the spot. And she was a fly girl. I used to watch her in Living Color when she was a fly girl. So she was a great dancer. She was an actress.
The Cell was called The Cell.
It was The Cell.
Yeah.
And The Cell, I think, was a movie where she was like either like an investigator, and she went into the mind of the murderer.
Serial killer.
Yeah. And then so she was like going through like the mind of a serial killer. It was this kind of weird abstract film that was good. I mean, I remember it being really interesting. And then she did her first rom-com, and then it was a string of rom-coms. And then out of nowhere, she decided she was going to be a singer.
Who has made you laugh the most in between takes?
My husband, Ben.
Yeah, because they got married for the first time with Geely, the movie Geely. Well, Gigi. It was like she was supposed to be an Italian. She also pretended to be Italian in The Wedding Planner. No, yeah, The Wedding Planner. Now Nicole Kidman and her husband are getting divorced. Oh, it's all happening.
What movie or project would you say is most underappreciated?
El cantante.
The singer, el cantante.
The most important thing that you do to prepare for a role?
Research. Just dig into all the details of who the character is, what they do for a living, how they act, their day-to-day, moment to moment.
Right. Anyway, so there was a movie she was in called Enough. In the movie Enough was this like dramatic role, and she was in an abusive relationship, and then she leaves him. She escapes, and she gets a haircut, and then she learns like Arya Stark how to like fight and defend herself because for some reason the police couldn't help or something. But the most interesting part about that is in the very end of the movie, she sneaks back into her old home, right, and gets her revenge, which is right. But she wears an all-black catsuit, but a giant yellow neon bag. And like the acting was so funny because like it was like this sort of like modern house, and so like you would like the husband would like hear a noise, and like you would just see her hand like purl back in, like she was like Catwoman or something. I don't know.
And which of your performances challenged you the most?
Ramona, the pole.
Oh, she was in Hustlers, which she got like Oscar buzz for that.
Speaking of hustling, what's the hardest thing about being a producer?
I think the hardest thing about being a producer, or the most challenging thing, is to bring the right group of people together because it's that
Is
chemistry.
she boring or am I bored?
She's not being very fun.
I mean, right, like it's 73 questions. I mean, I don't know, like we should do like the Anna Wintour 73 questions because that's someone who's, yeah.
Your tea.
Thank you.
Oh, that's mine.
Oh, yeah.
That wasn't funny. She does this thing where she laughs at everything she does. I don't know if it's like a nervous tick. You know how we all have like a nervous tick? And hers, I think, is always giggling. And I don't know, and that's maybe for her brings levity to the situation.
So Jennifer, why was it important for you to name your company New Rican Productions?
Because I'm a Puerto Rican from New York.
I suppose that's
Well, why did he ask the question? It's obvious. What else was she gonna say? Because what else could she possibly say? She's Puerto Rican and she's from New York.
And who do you think should portray you in a movie about the story of your life?
She hasn't been born yet.
What? No, we need the biopic now, J-Lo. And you know who's gonna play it? Me. I would like to play Jennifer Lopez. Do you think I could do well?
Yeah, absolutely.
How do you think Nick, if he auditioned for, like, he could play Ben Affleck?
Yeah, exactly.
Just miserable and smoking. Mm-hmm. I get it, Ben.
With his Dunkin' Donuts.
With his Dunkin' Donuts, he's from Boston, you're right. We don't even need him to audition, that's just it.
Yeah.
If you could cook one thing for the rest of your life, what do you think you'd be cooking?
Rice and beans and chicken cutlets.
Okay, so I will say, so in Chicago, so I lived in Arlington Heights and then Chicago, right, proper. And when I was in Chicago, my friend Sophia and Anais had a home on Belmont and Pulaski, which I'm sure the neighborhood's changed now. But anyways, we did a block party, and the block parties soon turned, because everybody was of a different ethnicity, and the block parties soon turned into like a trading war of who got the best food. So Sophia's mom is from Greece, and so we were making Greek chicken, which if you've ever had, it's amazing with lemon, all that. And we were like trading Greek chicken for Puerto Rican rice because the Puerto Rican rice was so good. We were trying to stock up on it as much as we could because it was so good.
With such a busy schedule, how often do you actually get to relax?
Once a week.
She laughed again. I guess that laugh is like acknowledging how exhausting her life is. But that's the thing is like I'm busy. Like you're busy. Like we're always kind of hopping around trying to think of stuff to do. Like she must be so busy. And I'm like, I wonder like how much of your life you are sacrificing to just constantly, because then at some point, like everything I feel when you're this famous is like out of your control. Like people are just controlling your schedule at some point.
Are you a morning person or night person?
Night person.
I've turned more into a morning person. I'm waking up earlier and earlier, and I don't know why. And I am a night owl. Like I'm a comic, so I'm out late at night, hanging with friends, blah, blah, blah. I can't sleep anymore. Like I wake up at like 6:30 and I'm like, I'm up, and then I'm getting excited to make my coffee and do the whole thing, blah, blah, blah. But like are you a morning or night person?
If I have enough sleep, I'm a morning person.
Right. Because there's something about the morning where you're like, I feel like I'm getting, like, I have my peace for like the next hour and a half before the day starts bustling and before the sun's really up. God, I sound old. Don't I sound old? I love the morning. You hear the birds.
Original or remix?
Original.
Mariah Carey would absolutely hate that answer. There's a huge feud between Mariah Carey and Jennifer Lopez.
Really?
Yes, and Mariah Carey, the very first time we saw it, this is how much of a lamb I am. Mariah Carey was on tour for the Charm Bracelet tour. This was her album Charm Bracelet. She went this big world tour, and that's where her voice got back into shape, and then she came back with Emancipation Me, the whole thing. Anyway, so they were interviewing her. It was a German interview, and they were interviewing her about Beyonce, and they're like, what do you think of Beyonce? And she's like, I love her, and she's so talented, and she's amazing, and she's going on and on. She goes, and J-Lo, and she goes, I don't know her. And so everyone's like, what's up with Mariah Carey and J-Lo? And then, because J-Lo said, make sure I get 7 hours of sleep a night. And then Mariah Carey came back and said, well, I guess if I didn't sing my own songs or write my own music, I could also get 7 hours of sleep. I'm like, okay, Mariah's really upset. What is going on? And I guess what happened is when Mariah left Tommy Mottola and she left Columbia Records, that was her husband, who was the president of Columbia Records, and she left them to get back at Mariah. Mariah was sampling some song for her new album, and the Glitter album, soundtrack rather, and Tommy found out like through insides and grabbed that, so it ruined Mariah's first track that she'd been working on for the Glitter soundtrack, which of course bombed, but she got her revenge in the sense that it became #1 a couple years ago. But anyway, so since then, I think she's had it out against J-Lo because J-Lo took her sampled music and song essentially and whatever. And I think I'm pretty sure that's what it is. Again, we should call Trana, she would know. So since then, Mariah's not like J-Lo. And then J-Lo did an interview on Wendy Williams like 5 years ago, and Wendy's like, they said mention Mariah. She goes, who? She goes, I'm just kidding, because Mariah says she doesn't know you. And then J-Lo's like, yeah, I've met her a few times. She seems very forgetful. So like she's never really commented on it, but Mariah still says, I don't know her. Did I really just take you down like this whole path of?
You did.
Yeah.
And you're in an airplane, aisle, or window?
Now, before we answer, I want to know what you have to say.
Window.
You're a window.
I know you like the aisle.
I have to pee now. I have to pee every 5 seconds. I'm someone who goes pee a lot.
Come on, let's go sit down.
Okay.
We're seeing a lot of J-Lo's back, which is stunning, but you know what I'm saying?
First movie that you really loved?
West Side Story.
So good.
The original West Side Story. Somewhere, someday we'll be, what's the song from? Maria, I just met a girl named... I remember my Forrest Cataldo, my old piano player. Hey, Forrest. I said, what? Because she played piano for all the musicals, and she was amazing. And I was like, what musical would you not play for again? She goes, West Side Story. It's the most complicated music. I don't want to do it. It's too complicated. And I was like...
And what was the last movie that made you cry?
Coda.
Okay, my answer is similar because it's Coco. I watched Coco on a plane once. I watched Coco. This is like 2019 or 18. and I'd never seen it before. For some reason, no one was on the flight. I don't know why. Chris, when I tell you, I was weeping. I was uncontrollably weeping to the point that the gay flight attendant came up to me and goes, I've noticed you've got a bit of the sniffles. Do you want me to get you something from the back? And I was like, also, like, leave me, let me cry in peace. Like, you're ruining my moment.
But what performance made you the most nervous?
The laugh.
Celia Cruz tribute at the American Music Awards. I had to do this flip over two people and head first flip over forward, and he had to catch me. Thank God he did.
She's a very good dancer, you know, and she's a good actress. We are Lamely.
What would you say is your pre-show ritual?
I love if in the background you just saw that meme of Ben Affleck smoking. Just like stressed out. And to be fair, out of the two of them, he does seem more stressful. Like, she seems high maintenance as any celebrity would be, but he does seem like unhinged. I don't know him, but he just seems like he'd be more difficult.
I mean, after I get my hair and makeup done, I just basically take about 30 to 45 minutes for myself.
Madonna takes about 2.5 hours by herself as people are still waiting for the show to start. Mariah Carey still, I mean, that's the thing. I don't understand these like celebrities that, like the ticket says 7:30. I get if you're a half hour late, understood, where people are coming in, blah, blah. We hold at shows. When we do shows, I try and start shows at least at 85 to 90% capacity. Because it's unfair to the opener to go out there and perform for an audience that's not there yet.
Yeah, people are still walking in.
Right, it sets the wrong tone, it's unfair to them, it doesn't, the whole thing. So, but I wouldn't go more than like 20 minutes. That would be a big stretch for me. But like, Mariah made me wait once 2 hours and 15 minutes. And Gayle King was sitting near me, and I was watching Gayle, and I thought, Gayle's exhausted, like she's gotta get to CBS Morning tomorrow to call me a and she's tired. Like, let Gayle go to bed.
Who was the first person you told that you'd be performing at the Super Bowl?
I think the first person besides me to know was Benny.
Benny, your manager. And what did he say?
When I did the Super Bowl, the first person I told was J-Lo. I called her, I said, hey J-Lo, I'm doing this Super Bowl. She was a fly girl.
Actually, Liza Minnelli's Super Bowl is unbelievable. I think
You
it was
did the Super Bowl?
She did.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, so I'm pretty sure this is in New York. Maybe I'm wrong. Okay, now I'm just going on a gay rant here. But I'm not, this is no shade to the current video we're watching. I'm just saying, on stage, by yourself, no fireworks, just singing. This performance is pretty fucking incredible. Also, the audience, because what she does is she finishes the song and then they do another bridge and another key change, and so like the audience starts like losing it, and these are straight people. I look just like her.
Come on, come through, New York,
Like, come on. So, anyways, back to.
If you could go unrecognized by the public for 24 hours, what would you do?
Walk
She says go to the Bronx.
crowd.
Walk through the crowd. You know, I wish I was in my $14 million home being like, I wish I could just walk through a crowd.
Best advice a friend has ever given you?
Don't marry Ben Affleck. Don't. Stop it.
Don't force it.
And who was that friend?
Elaine.
Hi, Elaine. How would you
Give
describe...
us some better answers. It's, oh, God. I feel like he's like pulling my heart.
And what do you hope your kids learn from you being relentless?
That if you work hard, you can accomplish anything.
Do you think that they get that?
I hope so.
What is happening here? She's getting like existential. She's like, I hope so. I do think that one day. I mean, come on. At least Nicole Kidman was like running around the house and picking up eggs and stuff, you know? J-Lo's drinking tea and just giving pretty basic answers.
What's the most intimidating thing about parenthood?
Everything, but Definitely the teenage years.
I can imagine.
That laugh.
And what is the most rewarding thing?
The most rewarding thing is that they wind up teaching you.
Oh my God. That was the stupidest answer. That they teach you? Teach you what? Is that, what am I so angry about? What am I mad about right now?
What do you hope will be Jennifer Lopez's legacy?
That I put a lot of love in the world.
I'm calling my Aunt Cindy. Okay, Aunt Cindy, you're on my YouTube channel. I just want to know, what do you think is Jennifer Lopez's legacy?
Her legacy? Well, it's not music. Number one. I don't get the attraction. I don't get all the... She's a terrible judge of husbands, men. I think she picked nice men, but I think she's woo. So I don't think her legacy is dancing or singing. I don't know. She poses. I guess that's her legacy.
Oh my God.
She poses and has good makeup and has, nice hair. I don't think she's talented at all. In case you didn't guess it. Am I going to be threatened now? Fans?
I don't think anyone's going to come to get you.
Okay.
I'm sorry to put you on the spot, Aunt Cindy, but that was the perfect answer.
Okay, that's how I feel. Yeah, I don't know. That's how I feel.
All right, thank you, Aunt Cindy.
Okay, of course, Matteo. Love you.
Love you too. I'll call you later.
All right.
Bye.
Oh my God, right on cue. Well, it's not music. That was the first thing she said.
My Aunt Cindy's so funny. Your legacy is posing.
Posing, yeah.
That's the shadiest answer you could ever say to anybody. Oh my God. You see, I will say, when you grow up with my mom's family, this Italian Latin women, they have answers before you've even given them the question.
Yeah, she was ready for that.
Oh, she was waiting for that question. Oh, that really got me good.
And what does successful representation for Latin artists look like to you?
That we just are like everybody else, treated like everybody else, and regarded the same way and represented the same way as any other.
I agree with this answer.
What would the title of your memoir be?
Posing. People ask me, who are your comedy inspirations? I'm like, it's my Aunt Cindy. Imagine just growing up in a house like that.
And
one of my favorite videos ever, my Uncle Mike got way back in the day, those camcorders. And so I must have been 3. I was with all my cousins as usual. And my Uncle Mike did a really cute thing where he sat us all up on the couch individually. And then he would ask us, what do you want to be when you're older? My cousin Kelly, I think said Winnie the Pooh. We're little. So my cousin Megan must have just had a tantrum. So you can see her still kind of angry. And so my Uncle Mike says, Megan, where do you want to be when you grow up? She goes, nothing. And my Aunt Cindy in the background goes, yeah, and you're on your way there.
And what advice would you give about love today?
Oh my God, here we go.
And it starts with you.
What?
What's your favorite holiday?
Christmas?
It's coming right around the
Christmas or Halloween?
Christmas.
Yeah.
corner.
Yes.
Can't wait. And what is one Christmas tradition that you and your family look forward to the most?
We cook the same food every year, which I love because I wait for that food all year. We cook pasteles and arroz con gandules and pernil and all the specialties.
So we make strufoli because my nonna's Napolitana. Her family's from Naples. We make strufoli. We always have lasagna. And obviously my nonna one time made 80 meatballs because there's so many of it. What's strufoli would be the thing that I wait for every single year. What's the thing that you wait for?
Just cookies. We have all these different cookies that my mom and my aunt make every year that are just the best.
Yeah. My mom makes these kind of sugar cookies, but they're not sugar cookies, but they're super buttery. They're so good. And yeah, it's like crack. You eat them and that you just can't stop.
And what do you want this year for Christmas?
I'm nervous for this answer.
I have everything I want.
Which do you prefer? And which of your music videos was your absolute favorite?
Ugh, hard to pick, but I would say If You Have My Love because it was the first.
If you had my love and I gave you all my trust, would you comfort me and call me baby? She was of my time.
Hello?
Okay, Trana, you're on my YouTube channel. Everyone, this is Trana Wintour. She was on my channel when she showed us Montreal. Trana, if you could, in just like a minute, because we don't have much time, what to you is Jennifer Lopez's legacy?
Delusion. I mean, I think that sums it up. I don't know what more to say about her. I just saw that video where she says that she has a voice for Broadway, and she's always had this voice, and her voice is more suited to Broadway than to pop music, and I just cannot believe she believes that. Imagine that for the last 30 years, she's been hiding an amazing voice from the world. I highly doubt that.
And also, Broadway is some of the most difficult singing outside of opera that you could do. You know, think about like Les Mis or like Sondheim or like where you're doing 8 shows a week, like Elphaba on Broadway, like all those like high E flats. It's like, is she gonna?
Exactly. She can barely get through Love Don't Cost a Thing, but she can do Don't Cry for Me, Argentina.
Okay, I'm sorry, Trana.
I love her. Like I love her delusion.
I do too. We're watching her 73 Questions, and part of me wishes I just was this. Like, I wish it was my life.
Me too, because people who don't question or doubt themselves go really far.
All right, Trana, I love you. I'll talk to you soon. Ciao.
Bye.
I don't want to feel like we're trashing on Jennifer Lopez because I really like her, but I also don't care because she's a billionaire. She's selling out concerts around the world. Like, she wears the best clothing, you know.
It's okay.
It's all right.
And do you remember what your first big dance audition was?
Fly Girls in Living Color.
Fly
And
Girls!
what's your best tip for any dancer going into an audition?
Stand in the front.
Yeah, it's important to be brave. And what's your
I'm
favorite?
such a bad dancer. I have absolutely no rhythm. I have no even if I'm trying to do kettlebells at the gym, like I have no coordination. Like I just fall to one side. When I did show choir, I was always a good singer, so I would get solos. But then with the dancing, like the dance teacher, like Tony, he would always be like, your arms are flapping around, like get it together. And in my head, I'm like, I don't know how I'm doing the move, but I guess I was just like this wet noodle. Like I just don't know how to dance.
Can I see another part of the house?
Let's go to the recording studio.
I am ready.
Oh, the recording studio, the amount of dust.
When you were a fly girl, did you do any choreography?
I'm telling you, I grew up with my Aunt Cindy.
And what do you always look for in a backup dancer when you're performing?
I look for a great entertainer.
What's the biggest difference
That's why I was the backup dancer for Jennifer Lopez. Because I'm a wonderful entertainer. And I still study dance with Luigi.
between getting ready for a red carpet versus a performance?
I think probably one is nerve-wracking and one is pretty easy.
I have to do a red carpet this weekend. So I'm in a movie called Maintenance Required, and I
Don't say anything.
so
Just go think.
he writes. Look, no, but we have to do red carpet. I'm horrible at red carpets. I don't know how to stand. I don't know where to look. I look awkward. I used to do interviews on the red carpet, and Vanessa Williams and I got into a fight. I just don't know how to be on the red carpet. I'm uncomfortable. I don't know what to do. So the fact that when you see, like, and I know my Aunt Cindy said her legacy is posing, but like when you see her posing on the red carpet, that's work. I don't know how to do it. Like, and she does it so amazingly.
Well, you have Nick
Judith-
with you.
So I will, and Nick will note. I said, Nick, I said something along the lines of like, we're gonna get the red carpet, but I don't know how to get attention. He goes, oh, I'll get attention. I'll shit my pants. That'll get attention.
Have your everyday style.
My everyday style is very relaxed and kind of tomboyish, but with a little bit of sexy in it.
I know she's
What
not
is your
everyday.
favorite look?
I know she's doing 73 Questions. I know it's not her everyday style, but right now it's the most least functional outfit I've ever seen in my entire life. There's nothing relaxed about this outfit. I can't tell if she just escaped an insane asylum. She was like a part sailor at one point. I don't know what the outfit's supposed to be. I'm dressed like Italian from 1920, and I have a wife, and I'm screaming at my kids to come in for dinner. So I get that I don't dress.
Oh, my favorite look of all time. I think people would think it was the green Versace dress because it's the most famous. But
It is, and she should answer with that question, that answer, because that dress took her from pop star, she was fine, to like other level. She was entered into the world of fashion. And once you're like locked into fashion, I feel like you're just elevated in this way. Because David Duchovny, I remember, was with her and he goes, well, he says something along the line, I know for once now no one in America is looking at me. But it was a shocking dress. Now that dress is passé. Like you see like people wearing basically tooth floss on the red carpet and no one even bats an eye. But at the time, it was incredible.
And what is your most surprising beauty secret?
Sleep.
Mariah would hate that answer.
Now it's the 20th anniversary of This Is Me Then. What's your favorite song from that album?
Dear Ben.
Look, she put in the effort. You know, things don't always work out.
You named the new album This Is Me Now.
She has an unbelievable jawline. Phenomenal.
What is something new that you tried on this album?
Singing.
To be unafraid.
I don't know what that means. That's such LA famous talk. Do you know what I mean? I'm not afraid. What? I don't know what that means. Well, I like Jennifer Lopez. And to be honest, she's not doing anything wrong. She's allowed to sing. People bought her music and she does good movies and she's a good actress. And the Dakota Johnson one, now everyone's saying like it was staged, which honestly makes me even love her more. Now that I know it was staged and she was trolling us, like I want to rewatch and be like, this bitch can get it. I fucking love her. I think knowing that she was trolling us makes me think that she doesn't take herself too seriously. Yeah. I think J-Lo takes herself very seriously. Yeah. I think that's what's up. Yeah. And maybe I would too if I had millions of dollars and millions of fans and I would too. The benefit of being a comedian is that my friends will never let me
get there.
They just scream at me. They just immediately yell at me. I tried wearing a new shirt once. I bought it and it was like a white and blue striped shirt. And I'm walking into the Comedy Cellar and I'm feeling all confident in this shirt. And Keith Robinson, who's an amazing comic, go watch his Netflix special. He's one of my really good friends and he just immediately looked at me and goes, your shirt stinks. You look like you're selling candy to a bunch of kids in the 1950s. And I was like, God, like just suck all the confidence out of me. And then he was on stage and you have to walk through the show in order to get to the bathroom. You know me, I have to pee all the time. So I'm walking through and Keith stops his set to be like, look at this idiot in that stupid shirt. My God. My God. So anyways, thanks so much for watching the channel. Like and subscribe. See me on tour, MatteoLaneComedy.com, and we'll see you soon.